You just wrecked.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an excellent day today. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies having a bit of a mixed day. You're actually noticing some of the top cryptos are down. We have Bitcoin down, Ethereum pulling down, Chainlink pulling down, and we have some of the lower coins actually performing quite well. Now, we have spoke on the channel about how this could potentially be the start of a massive altcoin rally. Is this the evidence that the money is shifting from the top cryptos into the lower cryptos? Right now, you will notice that Bitcoin has pulled down to retest some previous resistance, but is the rally over for Bitcoin and Ethereum? Now, some people may say, yes, it is. I want to show you some incredible charts today that show not only is Bitcoin actually due to continue on its massive explosive rally, but at the same time, we might see something that we've never really seen before, which is the fact that we will have a massive alt season coinciding with an explosive Bitcoin rally as well. And I want to show you one of the most incredible Bitcoin charts that I have seen in a long time, and I want to share that with you. And I also want to talk about a big mistake that a lot of new investors out there are making. Do not make this mistake. We need to talk about it because a lot of you, especially if you're new to crypto, are probably going to end up falling into this trap. I want to talk about the fact that we have proof that altcoins are on the verge of explosion. I want to show you an insane chart comparison, and it looks like we are at the very beginning. So the next 6 to 8 months could be absolutely incredible. There's going to be a lot of millionaires made if you play your cards right. So congratulations if you're here today. Give yourself a pat on the back. Also, if you didn't check out yesterday's video, I did talk about the release of Elrond's Maiar. Thank you for everyone that pointed it out. I did, in fact, mispronounce it a little bit, so thank you for everyone that corrected me in the comments. It's Maiar. That's how you pronounce it. But if you guys are interested and you do want to join, I do in the pinned comments below. You can click right here. I do have a referral if you guys are interested. It'll take you over to this site. You basically just enter your phone number, and you can check out my R over there. And also, just while we're at it, I might as well mention the fact that please be careful of the scam comments in the description. There are lots of impersonators pretending to be CryptoZombie. Remember that the real CryptoZombie, me, my name is highlighted with a check mark. So I'll have a gray or a blue, depending on what color you have on your app. It'll be highlighted, okay? Anything else is a scam, and that's actually what I wanted to talk about in today's video, is something that needs to stop in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Yes, it's the scam comments below, but it is also something else. So stick around for all that. I know, long intro, but we're gonna get into it right away. Thank you for subscribing. You guys rock. Get, check out the free Telegram group as well, if you guys want, totally free. But as you guys can see, look at this Bitcoin chart. So we were basically bouncing around in this channel. It looked like it was a bit of an ascending wedge, although it was a very weak wedge, very narrow, but inevitably we did break down. Now keep in mind right now, we are at the critical level of 36,574. I've explained this level to you, the significance of it. You can see it was resistance right here. It was the VPVR accumulation right here. We peaked above it. We had one test. We fell, and currently we are hanging around that level again. So I am keeping my eyes on that. Now, if you guys are looking to potentially put in a long or something like that, I have two levels right now I'm looking at. The first one is 35,806, which you can see I have highlighted right here. And the next one is 34,253. So basically anywhere in between these two green levels. Also, one of the greatest indicators that we've been using, we've been extremely successful by using it, is the 21 exponential on the daily. Very simple. If you want to know how to plug this in, you just go over to indicators, you look up moving averages exponential, you change the number to 21, and that's how you get it. Now, having a look right here, you will notice that it was acting as support during our bullish momentum, and then once we fell below it, it then acted as resistance. So I do believe that it will continue to act as support short term. Having a look right here on the Bitcoin futures chart, we are still looking great. We're actually quite far off of this line. I could see us coming down and retesting this again, which would still be good. We would still be ascending on our trend. But regardless of what happens short term, okay, that's just what I'm looking at, guys. But we need to actually look at the big picture here. So having a look at where we are right now, if Bitcoin repeats the same pattern as the last bull run, according to Documenting Bitcoin, you could see that essentially we are right here at the very, very, very beginning of the rally. And as Bit Harrington pointed out, this is a cycle repeat graph talking about Bitcoin tops, Bitcoin halvings, and you could see where we are right now. We are right in the middle of a massive rally, and if Bitcoin was to follow the same trends that it's been following, we're actually looking at a peak around October, okay? October of this year, and that would put Bitcoin at around $682,875. Of course, that would be the blow off top, and then we could see a cycle retracement all the way back down to about a $115,000 Bitcoin. So imagine that, guys. Bitcoin goes all the way up to 682, retraces all the way down to 115,000, and then, of course, everybody calls it a scam once again, and the cycle repeats. But one of the things that you need to pay attention to with Bitcoin is not so much the higher highs, right? Yes, Bitcoin is always making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, but Bitcoin tends to have these blow off tops. And a lot of people remember last time they were like, yeah, but it went up to $20,000 and then it fell all the way down to $3,000. Right, but you need to be looking at the lows. Bitcoin has consistently throughout its entire history print higher lows after higher lows. Bitcoin started roughly, you could say, at around a penny. That's like the first real documented price of Bitcoin. And having a look at the lows. Look at this low that we had right here in October of 2011. That was $2.02. Then we had a quick flash crash in April of 2013 down to $51. The next low we had was in 2014 of January at $159. We had another low right here in August of 2016 at around $476. And zooming in even just recently, we bottomed out the bear market at around 3,177, and we fell to around 3,900 during the pandemic scare, which even though it seemed like Bitcoin was crashing to all hell and everything was over, right here to right here, in fact, still was a higher low. So I was looking at this post on Reddit, right? And this person said, it's too late to get into crypto. Very good post, right? Not going to go into it, but essentially it was 2011. Bitcoin hit 32. I said to myself, wow, I should have bought when it was 50 cents. 32 is too expensive. But guess what? It fell to $2, right? But the person did not buy. Then Bitcoin hit $220. Damn, I should have bought some when it was at $32. $220 is too expensive. It fell back to $70, and that person did not buy. I'm sure you know where the rest of the story is going. He talks about it going up to 1,000, saying it's too expensive. Fell back down to 220, still didn't buy, or 315, still didn't buy. And next thing you know, it's 40,000. So lots of people right now are saying it's too expensive to buy right now. I'm not going to get into Bitcoin, but we know that Bitcoin has been the best performing asset. And the first mistake that I have to talk about that a lot of people make is that, they FOMO into necessarily these pumps, whatever, and then they don't have strong enough hands to hold. So as you can see, Bitcoin, no matter when you buy, over the entire history proves that it is an excellent buy. I mean, if we just zoom out here, you could have bought Bitcoin literally. You could have bought this top, 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 and wherever we go, you probably can buy that top. And if you have strong enough hands to hold, well, like Mark Cuban said, he essentially was praising Bitcoin holders, saying that, well, first of all, he was talking about acquiring, Bitcoin in 2017, and that the true hodlers held on because they believed in the asset. So he says, when I buy a stock, I make sure I know why I'm buying it. Then I hold until I learn that something has changed. The price may go up or down, but if I still believe in the logic that made me buy the asset, I don't sell. If something changes that I didn't expect, then I look at selling. And as you can see right here, we've had the number of addresses holding over 1,000 coins just reached an all-time high. So this is what I'm talking about. Lots of people FOMOing into these different things, and they don't actually believe in them. They're just chasing gains. More on that later, but I'm still talking about Bitcoin. I'm not done with Bitcoin just yet. So, Bloomberg senior commodity strategist Mike McGlone, who I actually do respect, even though sometimes these other publications can get a little crazy, he's actually been a legit Bitcoin bull this whole time, so I do respect Mike. And he says that Bitcoin is looking for a $50,000 target in this as its initial resistance. And he says that he doesn't see Bitcoin ever going below $20,000 unless there's some insane black swan event, like the pandemic was. And according to his analysis, Bitcoin's support base has risen towards 30,000 due to the growing amount of institutional adoption. The potential of Bitcoin to become a global reserve asset is increasing as well, outweighing risks of failure, right? But here's the interesting thing. As pointed out by Blockport, which you guys should definitely go check them out on Twitter if you're not following, Google searches for buy crypto have totally eclipsed Google searches for buy Bitcoin. What you are seeing is a massive frenzy. A lot of people that have come in recently to crypto, why is that? Well, it's because of Dogecoin. That's right. You've even seen lots of traffic happening over on things like Binance and Kraken. In fact, they've been seeing some delays on their exchanges, difficulty keeping up with all of the demand, right? So before we move on super quick, just to give you guys an update on the Ethereum chart, we did break out of this ascending triangle. There is still this support right here, just because I know some people are going to ask me my opinions on it. Do I believe we could come down and retest this? Absolutely. Is it going to happen? Well, as you can see right here, guys, we've already had a beautiful bounce right here off my target, exactly as I predicted it. I'm just being a little silly here. But yeah, I mean, literally exactly as we talked about yesterday. You could see I was talking about the 1, 2, 3 resistance. Beautiful bounce right there. Excellent opportunity to put in a long. If you did happen to catch the long, congratulations. But are we out of the water just yet? I actually, believe it or not, I think there's still a possibility of a quick fake out before Ethereum continues to the upside. We could potentially come down here to this previous resistance. However, that trade would probably be too predictable and a little bit too easy. I think a lot of people are probably anticipating the price to go to that level. So I actually have a buy at, or a long actually set at around $1,471. It could wick below it, possibly, but oftentimes traders will, if they know everyone is looking at a certain level, they'll usually buy or sell just before that level to catch people off guard, right? Because everybody's waiting it. Usually when you're looking for a lower level to buy, they'll buy just before it. And for a level to sell, sometimes they'll actually, wick it up and sell higher. So that's why I do have a target at around $1,471. That would be my target to really guarantee that you're in at the bottom of the long, although right now is technically a dip, and if you're dollar cost averaging, I don't think you can go wrong at these levels. As I said, anything below $1,400 was an absolute gift to purchase Ethereum, and if you guys are interested in learning how to trade, how I do these trades over on Bybit, I do have a tutorial popping up above. Check it out if you guys want. Not for beginners. Also $620 in bonuses if you click the link below in the description. You can see right here, and make sure that you guys enter the promo code JACKPOT so you can get all those bonuses as well. So the link is below in the description as well as the pinned comments. But let's get back to altcoins as a whole, because let's be honest, there's more than just Ethereum and Polkadot. There are thousands of altcoins, over 8,000 in fact, the last time I checked. So that's why I like to look at this chart. This is called Total 2. You can just go up in TradingView, type in Total 2. There you go. If you guys are interested in downloading TradingView, by the way, it's absolutely free. I have a link below for that as well. I do recommend, though, that you upgrade to the Pro if you want to get the quick alerts. For example, if you're doing futures trading, if you don't upgrade, they'll have like a little delay, but that's up to you guys. You can get it for free. But you can see right down here, we do have these basic levels that the total altcoin market cap kind of bounces around. But the biggest levels I want you to look at is this green line on the top up here and down here. And you could see that this was the previous resistance of the last rally from August 14th to the May of 2016. And right when we hit that level, we did have a bit of a pullback to the previous level before having a massive multi-year rally to the top, right? So over here, we're having a very similar situation. So the question is, could we see a quick fake out where we come back down to the 236 billion? To be honest with you guys, I don't think that's going to happen this time. I really don't. It's possible, but what I'm seeing is more of an explosive move. And obviously, as you shrink these charts down, they get more and more they get really silly looking when you squash them down. And I think that from here to here, we could be seeing another massive move, very similar. And do I have my tool here? What did I do with it? Hold on, guys, 1 second here. Sorry, the measure tool is what I was looking for. So if we went from here to the previous top, you were looking at my goodness, this is insane. A 241,854% increase. So if you guys thought the last rally was crazy, get ready for this one. It could be absolutely mind-blowing, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be one of the biggest rallies. It's going to definitely be one for the history books, I'll tell you that. And we have seen the interest in things like DeFi. You know, for example, we had this hash mask over here that sold for about $650,000, 420 ETH. Not sure you could convince me to pay that much money for a collectible. It's called sex. Is that what it's called? I didn't even really look into this, but absolutely crazy. But, you know, here's the thing. We have seen the interest in the DeFi space. In fact, PayPal alone, their Q4 investor update just came out, and they actually said that it was one of their best quarters yet. They had a massive surge in the number of active accounts on the platform, with a whopping 16 million active accounts in Q4 2020 alone. This increase came obviously after they added cryptocurrencies to the platform. They admitted that activity on the network went extremely high after adding the buy, sell, and store feature for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. And also, here's an interesting statistic. Consequently, clients who engaged in crypto trading started spending more than twice the time that they spent using PayPal before. They also noted that the total payment volume for the final 3 months of 2020 rose by 39% to 277 billion. But let's talk about now what I think needs to stop. I think what needs to stop is the pump and dumping of these coins that people do not understand, and especially CEOs like Elon Musk, who said he was going to be off Twitter for a while, and then we fast forward, he says Doge. I don't know if he's drinking. I don't know if his account has been hacked. I hope that's the case, because after he posted this, you could see he then posted, this rocket ship taking off, the Doge price pumped by 50%. He has a picture of him, holding up Doge from the Lion King. No need to be a Giga Chad to own. Dogecoin is the people's crypto. No highs, no low, only Doge. Low key. Pull up. Sandstorm is a masterpiece. That's hilarious. I am become meme destroyer of shorts. And, Huobi said, "Are you sure, Elon Musk?" And he said, "The most entertaining outcome is the most likely." So we have seen, celebrities like Mia Khalifa even come out buying Doge at 8 cents. Guys, be very, very careful. I know that everyone is trying to just make as much money as possible in these markets, but like Mark Cuban said, you're not going to be able to hold these cryptos if you do not believe in them. If you're just trying to hop on the Dogecoin train, which is a meme coin, which really has no actual function. I mean, yes, it does have a community, but let's be realistic. It was made as a joke. It was made as a meme. But the fact that you have the richest man in the world who has a lot of power, basically pump and dumping things like this. He also, by the way, took Bitcoin out of his bio as well. You really shouldn't be doing this. Now, like I said, I don't know if his account has been hacked, but some people are basically saying this is the equivalent of some rich millionaire going down the street, throwing a bunch of $100 bills into the road, and watching a bunch of, average people, scouring the road to try to get the money and not get hit by a bus, right? It's a little bit irresponsible to be doing things like that. And like CZ said, take it with a grain of salt, guys. I'm not saying if you own Doge, you shouldn't own Doge. That's not the point. If you believe in Doge, literally, then that's exactly my point. Hold Doge and you could be rewarded. But if you're just hopping in for the quick gains, in a candle that's already up 50%, 100%, 400%, you're probably going to get burned, especially if you don't believe in it. Also, like CZ said, one address holds about 27% of all the Doge, and the top 20 addresses hold more than 50%. It does seem kind of centralized, right? Now, not to shill other projects out there or whatever, but if you're looking for legit projects, go and look at something like, Elron. These guys are legit. They're building applications like Maiar, right? Look at things like Polkadot that's actually dealing with the insane, gas fees and stuff like that. Even layer 2 solutions, right? For Ethereum, I've talked about Matic and stuff like that. And, getting back to UTrust, I mean, this is a company that is literally looking to bring crypto to the masses. Look at look at these updates. Cubology joins the family. All these different updates. Utrust welcomes, I can't even say, Britazian, Amazemus, Espresso, White Rose, Simply Canna. I mean, these guys have been absolutely grinding for the past, basically year since they came out, and their price actually has been showing it. In fact, if you let me go to CoinGecko right now and have a look what these guys are up to right now. So they're down 1% today, but I mean, they're up. Look at this, guys. Since we started talking about them, they're up 2,262% this year. And yeah, I mean, have a look at that growth, guys. I mean, yeah, obviously in the beginning it was pretty crazy, but obviously they launched at a very insane time. January 2018 was crazy for cryptos, but look at this growth, guys. Look at how they've actually been able to, they're pretty much at an all-time high right now. And, I told you guys about Utrust months and months ago, and these are the types of projects that we need to keep our eyes on. And not just that, but crypto is coming to the masses. Dan Tapiro, who previously worked with billionaire investor Stan Druckenmiller to found real estate funds and became one of the largest agricultural holders in the U.S., he accumulated $450 billion under assets management. Keep in mind, Druckenmiller previously says he has warmed up to Bitcoin and says, frankly, if the gold bet works, the Bitcoin bet will work probably better. Well, Dan has now turned his focus from things like gold into Bitcoin, and he's looking to provide crucial cash injections to crypto unicorns whose net worth is tied up in equity, as well as later stage companies. You do not see this type of infrastructure being built around a market, around a space that has no future. There are really good projects out there with really good fundamentals. Obviously, I am concerned long-term about the price of altcoins. Will they hold up to things like Bitcoin? I don't know. History has proven that they don't. Altcoins rally more than Bitcoin during the cycles, but then they have these 80% to 90% crashes, and most of them never recover. Could that change this time around? It's possible. But my point is, don't invest in cryptos that you don't believe in. I definitely recommend, not financial advice, but like kind of also financial advice, but not financial advice. Hold majority Bitcoin. I hold a massive, my portfolio is like 80% Bitcoin. Some people think I'm crazy for that. Maybe I am. I don't know. But the thing is if you think that one of these smaller altcoins has a potential to 100x or 1000x, then you really only need 5 or 10% of your portfolio max to get those upside gains. But in the off chance that you lose everything invested, you still have that nest egg of Bitcoin, or Ethereum as well. So hopefully that clears everything up for you guys. Like I said, if you guys are interested in Maiar, go down, check it out in the links below in the description. Also, $620 in bonuses if you're looking to trade over on Bybit. Be safe out there. Best strategy is always to buy and dollar cost average. Trading is extremely risky, especially for beginners, but that is it for me. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and this type of content. I know I can ramble a little bit on the channel, but to anyone who subscribes to the CryptoZombie, I think you're all pretty much used to it by now. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. My name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.